I've built so many secret rooms over the years that whenever I'm with my family, they are constantly checking everything to see if it's a secret room.
Tell me why every time I look in the fridge, I think someone's gonna be staring back at me.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if you built like a secret room in that plant.
How would you even do that?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. You're the YouTuber.
So this got me thinking, is it actually possible to build a secret room inside of a plant? So I went to my backyard to look for some inspiration, and I realized
building a secret room inside of a plant, pretty much impossible. But building a secret room in the thing that holds the plant, now that might be possible.
So I went and searched for the biggest flower pots I could find, and I actually found one. The only problem is
they cost thousands of dollars and weigh almost as much as a small car. So I'm gonna have to build one.
So if I was gonna build it, I needed it to be perfect. So I spent around an hour sketching up different designs, and I came up with this.
All right, so to make this thing big enough for me to fit inside of it, but also light enough for me to be able to move it wherever I want, I need to make it out of some lightweight material like styrofoam. And I honestly think I have the perfect thing.
The secret mailbox I built to see who was stealing my packages. So theoretically, I could cut this mailbox in half, reframe the entire thing to look like a flower pot, and then add plants to the top of it, making it the world's first secret room inside of a flower pot. Oh, and the best part? The entire thing's made out of styrofoam, so it would be light enough for me to move.
Now everybody is coming over tomorrow for a family dinner, so I have roughly around 24 hours to pull this off and prove to my family that I can truly make anything a secret room.
All right, so to get a little bit of inspiration, I came to like a massive flowers place. Now because of the base we're starting with, it has to be something a bit more square. So I think I make something more like this. This way we can take the existing base that we had and just build up the top part to look like a flower pot.
And after getting all the inspiration I needed, I headed back home to start working on the flower pot.
All right, the first thing we gotta do, take off the mailbox. Oh, wow. Oh.
This thing was just chilling under the mailbox. I wonder if it's alive. Oh, he's alive.
All right. You stay there. Oh. Next thing I gotta take off is this part.
Before I do that,
All right, buddy. Now that he's free, let's get back to it. All right, so to get this off, I need to be extremely careful. That worked better than I thought.
I need to clean all this up. Here, you take this piece. Go throw that away.
All right, here's the next thing we gotta do. Now, since this thing is enormous, it obviously can't pass as a flower pot because I've never in my life seen like a 6-foot tall flower pot. So the most I can cut off is to about here. This is as small as I can physically get and still be able to actually move in here. So the next step, we start cutting this thing down.
But before I could start cutting, I had to add some extra support to the frame so it wouldn't break. And after 30 minutes of adding all the support it would need,
time to start cutting.
ow! And after 10 minutes of cutting, I then added some extra wood for support and then tested if I could actually fit inside.
Moment of truth. Oh yeah. All right. This might actually work. All right, now, the door's a little tall. So, oh! Let's see if that worked.
And with the door fitting perfectly, I also cut the board that would be on top of the frame and drilled that into place as well. And to actually make it look like a flower pot, I needed to recreate that thick rim that flower pots have at the top. So to do that,
I'm gonna put these styrofoam pieces around the top.
and after 30 minutes of cutting and drilling the foam pieces into the frame,
Oh yeah, that works great. This is starting to look like a flower pot. Like, just imagine right now, it's still not painted, but look at this.
like that looks crazy.
This thing's actually starting to come together. I really think this thing's gonna turn out amazing. All right, well, it's getting dark. So I'm gonna start working on the next thing, which is the secret viewing window. So here's my idea. I took a little piece of styrofoam and added hinges to each side. And the idea is to put them on like this, making this also look like part of the flower pot, but it'll be able to open
can close, letting me see what's going on outside.
Now, since I can't drill into the styrofoam, I decided to hot glue the secret window to the frame. And to my surprise,
Yo, that freaking worked.
but while trying to fix the hole to the window,
The glue did not hold. Well, we got our opening. Have to find a new way to get these hinges to work.
but after a few more minutes, I came up with an idea.
So I just added this board right here. Now I can drill the hinges in on this side and it'll go into wood so it'll actually stay instead of falling off with hot glue.
And after a few minutes of drilling,
It's not going anywhere. Oh, thank God that worked. All right, so the actual frame itself is fully done. The only thing left to do is to paint this thing, which I'm gonna do bright and early tomorrow morning. This one's mine, okay? Slobber. All right, I need the other paintbrush to get the corners. Lulu!
so while I sit here trying to get this paintbrush back, it would mean a lot if you would subscribe.
I have this one. I'll take that one.
And while you do that, I'm gonna negotiate my way into getting this paintbrush back.
Let's make a truce. You hand me the brush. I'll give you all the treats. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another paintbrush.
And with those minor time delays, I started painting the whole thing black. And after an hour,
All right, so if you guys remember, I actually made the secret mailbox drive with this little go-kart. So I modified my little go-kart, so now it fits inside of here. So that now, it's just short enough for me to fit inside here. Now, since I took all the wires apart to modify this, I need to see if this thing still drives. Yo, it works. Oh, tight fit. But it'll work. Oh, it is a little dark in here, so I'm gonna try to add some lights.
so I got some LED lights, placed them around the frame, and 5 minutes later,
Now it's time to see how it works. 3, 2, 1.
This whole thing is lit up. Be careful.
Thank you. All right, so everyone's gonna be showing up soon, so the last thing I need to do is add the plants. All right, so I made it to the plant store, and I've been looking at all of the plants, and anything that's big enough to actually be proportioned with how big the flower pot is gonna look so out of place. I would have to go get an actual like bush out of a front yard for it to fit in the flower pot we made, because the only big plants I can find here are like trees.
now since my flower pot will be almost half as tall as me, adding just one plant won't look right at all.
So I found these plants right here, and I think if I get like 5 or 6 of them, I can stack them all around the top of the flower pot, making it look like one giant plant. All right, so I'm gonna buy these now.
And to make this look even better, I added an extra piece of wood on top of the plants.
Ow!
That way I could add more plants on top and make it look as big as possible. And after a few more minutes,
So it does kind of look like a giant bush right now. So I do think it's missing one thing, and that is flowers to really make this stand out like a flower pot. But everyone's gonna be arriving for dinner anytime now, so I need to quickly run to the store and pick those up before everyone gets here. I think this is gonna turn out awesome.
so with time moving fast, I rushed back to my local flower shop, picked up some flowers, and headed back home to add them to the final design. And after placing them at a few random spots,
Oh, that looks so much better.
and with the flower pot finishing just on time, I heard my family arriving, so I told them to wait outside the garage. And now there was just one thing left to do.
It's time to get the reaction. What do you think? Oh, no way. That is ridiculous.
Actually
Remember when you said, what if I built a secret room in a plant?
You actually did it. Man, I guess you really do have to worry about living with a YouTuber. Building secret rooms everywhere.
That was good, Case.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, watch another. While you do that, I'm gonna drive around my flower pot.